Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just 1 tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Beetroot, nature's powerhouse. Packed with vitamins, antioxidants and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina, and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried, and finely ground to preserve their rich nutrition content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie, or water, or take it in capsule form, as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure, and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
I'm so bad. Yeah. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Yeah. I'm so bad. Yeah, queen of this game, I behead them. You on my neck, asking T what's next. I am next if you invest. This girl no chase. Don't know no limitations, effortless, cause I've been blessed. With investors with the best cars and the latest model. With about me in the paper if you need the model. Doing all the things that they tan down. Rumor is they gag now. Best of man the best. Never cared about the rest. They ain't care about me. Best thing out of my generation. Independent, so I'm liberated. Share my heart, no moderation. Icon, yes. Never been in all them allegations. Was a spark up on the low. Ain't even going yet. Having like any beauty. In a world full of maybe lines. Shaka done being bad and bougie. And she always speaks her mind. So they probably check my catalog. Now I'm down album. With a whole boy had an angle. This come up, hit a one. You cannot pull that cat one game on me. Fuck with me, I know them too fly, never gave 2 shits. Me see die, hang na knee. I don't do no snow, I like trees. In the street, I take notes, no issues. All I want is Vogue. This a rebel that be woke. When I pop out, all they see smoke. I'm a boss and this is beast mode. From a do with your exposure hoe. Lyricists like these smoke, face pretty, swipe the card hoe. The breaking records I hit for seasons. Go quiet and it's kill season. That I'm linking up, but I detached. Need you some practice before we link up. I'm a Pisces, so I catch on. It's a long game, say yes, coach. You've been keeping tabs, feel fluttered. I do the same, I'm done now. Bad bitches do love hard. I love them back, my for life bars. I'm so bad. Yeah. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Yeah. I'm so bad.
Yes, that is Shaka Donna playing right there on the media of the 21st century, coming literally very soon. I did the amazing makeup. I'm so proud of my growth, so proud of my work. So check out the glam and yeah, If you have your women in Kenya, tell them to book their makeup with me, Joby. But karibuni sana. My name is Joby, of course. This is the Africa Today show, joined by Mr. Blackofer in the building. Shout to everyone with us on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, on the radio, Spreaker, Spotify. Those who shall be catching this on a replay. Karibuni, as we get to talk about the 5 civilized tribes that own black people. Literally pick the topic from that so we can talk about this war going on between black people or black Americans, on black Americans and Africans in the continent as well. Literally Africans globally being divided and the war is working. What are you showing us, Kate? What's that
I wasn't
amazing?
showing about. I just picked it up. No, I got that. Been sitting outside my house. This came Monday, and I just got home Friday, so I just was outside my door. So
What's that? If you don't
uh,
mind.
I'll show you. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open it now. So what I was doing. See here, what I was doing. Yeah, see, guys, see that can't live in the hood, guys. Live with your this got delivered Monday. I'm just now getting home Friday. So I was sitting outside my door for 5 days.
Not in Africa.
This was sitting outside my door. As soon as I got to the door, just got in the house, I was sitting outside because you guys don't believe me. I pull it up on the app and show you. They sent me the picture. I knew when it got delivered. Let me see my deliveries. Let's see here. I see when it got delivered. Show me where my deliveries at. Where my deliveries at? What they say deliveries at? Okay, so she said deliveries. Anyway, say my orders. Where my orders at? Let's see. Welcome back. I can't find that. I'll look up it later to show my orders. Anyway, so okay, yeah, orders. There you go, orders. Okay, there we go, orders. So you see here, it'll show my tablets have been acting up. So show delivered. So it's telling you. So show you delivered August the 3rd, which was yeah, see that?
Yeah, we do see it.
August the 3rd. So right there. So
Yes.
so got delivered at my house Monday morning. It says 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just getting home now. Friday. Let's see. I was trying to get another tablet that'll work with my damn cameras because all my tablets, like this tablet, I kept buying all these tablets and they suck. This tablet sucks. This tablet sucks. I got another one over there sucks. I got another good tablet, but it still don't hook to my damn cameras. I got expensive tablets, so I just bought a medium tablet to see if this one will work. So I'm gonna share videos like Joby does with a phone, but not with a phone. I want to see if I can use this tablet here and see if I can connect it to this damn thing here.
Mm-hmm.
We connect it because my phones are too old. I'm like, my phones are old.
Yeah.
This phone like here. That's right. Right. You can't. That's right, brother. You can't get me with no. You ain't got the latest. This phone is 7 years old. That's right.
That's why it's been misbehaving.
Shut up. You can't get me with the damn the latest and greatest bullshit. That shit don't work. That shit don't work on me. But anyway, so this phone is too old, doesn't have the features it needs because all this stuff is new technology. When you put this thing on your phone, right, and have the good camera facing, it's supposed to connect to your phone and show everything on this side, but my phones don't got none of the features. So maybe I didn't want to buy another new phone. But I got new tablets that still couldn't find. Maybe this tablet I have it on here. I don't know. If it don't, oh well. I'm not buying no new phone right now anyway. Fuck all that. So I purchased this tablet, not expensive one, about $100, not expensive. So mid range, expensive tablets cost about $400 or $500. So I got a mid range tablet to see see what it can do, right? You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to be able to like take this part right here, right? The good.
What logo is that? Which logo is that? Which
That's,
brand is that?
that's some Chinese shit. I don't know. You care about
Funient. It's
so
called Funient. Funient.
so I'm supposed to be able to put this, have this bird have a good camera facing me, with this thing connected to it, and it show my screen, and I have the good camera facing me like when I'm doing TikTok or something, right? I have all the good instead of using this camera right here, the shitty one. Use the good cameras, have like this, and I can see everything because it'll be showing on here. All right.
So does it like that? It has a spark like attachment, or you have to keep on holding it because I see it's not.
No. It's supposed to just connect. See, most time it just connect to the. If you got like I got yeah.
It's supposed to be like a spark attack. I know, like
Yeah. You got you have
like coming
you
together.
have your magnet right here, Joby. You get your remote control and your magnet right here. See this? Your magnet. Put your magnet on. You got to take up the thing. Put your magnet on here to stick to this, and then it'll stick on here like that. See how that?
Oh.
See how that popped?
Oh, all
And then
right.
you stick your magnet on here, then it's tapped. But that's not saying whether this thing even work. Let me see. It's probably got. Did it come with a charger? Anyway, I got a charger thing. The thing it feels mighty goddamn cheap. I'm gonna tell you now. It feels like some cheap ass shit. I'm not gonna lie.
It's from China.
I'm just saying it's from China. Oh, even though they make all things are made in China, it's got different brand names, right? So still, all the other stuff still made in China, but the brand makes sure it's done correctly. This feels like some cheap ass shit, right? It feels like feel like I
You
spent
remember the
my money.
tablet? You remember the tablet you had told me to share some time back that you liked? Should have gotten that one. There's a tablet you made me share some time back that you liked.
I got those two, the good ones. I still got those the two good ones, the $200 ones. I got one right there, one over there. That one doesn't connect to the camera. I was gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one. I think you gotta use a phone. I was gonna use that one, the good one, to do this thing with here, to put the thing on here, but I didn't see it inside the phone, so I didn't see it. So you know this is a cheap ass one because you think that they had this charged up a little bit for you. This shit ain't even charged. So just because you come in, at least turn it on, this thing ain't even charged. You can hit a button and charge this cheap ass shit. But anyway, that's it. Let me stop worrying about that.
Yeah, but okay, before
I just wanted to show Joby my shit was still there after being delivered on Monday.
that's what's up. That would never be in Africa. That's just for sure. But I don't know. Our apartment is protected. I bet maybe because sometimes we do leave some things, especially shopping. We can go shopping, groceries, especially. Then we just come pile them up. Then we're gonna get them in later. Especially maybe if we're doing our shows, we just tell the caretaker like, you just take them up. We're gonna get them later, and we'll still find them here as we do other things. So I don't know if it can last for a week. Hell no. Someone is gonna be curious. Someone wants to check on that back. What the hell is that has been staying for 1 week? No one is caring about. What do you mean there's a whole bag of shopping and no one is checking what's happening? Are you crazy? Is the owner dead? What's happening?
I'm pretty lucky. Right, my stuff stays there. In America, people. Well, we're gonna show the people how people stealing Amazon boxes. But my stuff is always there. So it's usually they once you order when you be home. So
It's
I
more
ordered
than
this.
people because I remember there's a time personally. I think just 2 months ago, someone I think ordered water, and I think the people who had gotten the water order got the wrong house number literally. So they thought it was my house, but it was not me who had ordered the water. So I'm
Yeah.
coming back from work, then I go find a whole bottle of water. I'm like, I didn't order no water. So what the hell is happening right here? You know, this is they have written B2 delivered to my house. Like,
Did somebody
any
come?
other
Did somebody come looking for that shit?
no, almost for 3 days. Crazy thing for almost 3 days. So that's even what got me worried. I'm like, why the hell is my house number written on a water bottle that I didn't order? So I had to tell, of course, the caretaker, the watchman, and the landlord, like, there's been a bottled water that has been sitting on my door for 3 days. And I complained about this to the watchman, and she said she's gonna figure out, but it's still sitting there. So I don't know what's happening. But within 3 days, it was taken out. But yeah, it's always very rare. Depends also where you live in. Where in some apartments you can find your things safe. Some will go within a minute because
Oh, if
Africa
when you're in an apartment in America, it's probably gonna be stolen too. Shit. Depending about
really hand to
what
mouth.
depending on what apartment where you're staying at, what area. So luckily, um, I live back here. Also, it's a maze where I live at. So most people don't know what. There's a bunch of houses. Like the lip guy that dropped me off. Man, these houses are nice back here. Yeah. so, so my neighborhood, you guys know, is pretty. It's like a maze, and most people don't know. It's away from most criminal Negroes, so they don't know how to get back here. They don't know how to think. Pensacola, part of Florida doesn't have a lot of a lot of transportation over here. So you don't know we're back here. You would never know we're back because we're covered by trees, and you wouldn't know it's a whole neighborhood back here, and you would have so you would have no reason to come here because a lot of people that bring me home like I didn't know all this shit was even back here.
Sounds like where I live. Also, most of the people trust me when I ask my maybe first time motorbike people delivering, especially my laundry. They come there and they get surprised. Like, I didn't know there was apartments here. Like, because
Like
it's so
that.
hidden.
That-
It's really, really hidden. Like, there's trees and everything. So you wouldn't think there's an
that-
apartment there, literally.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
But as we get started with today's conversation, before we get into
let me get something to drink. I just got in my mouth is thirsty. Shit.
before we get into the Indians, Africans, African Indians, and all that, I have this video I want to share talking about rap evolution, literally. Something you keep on talking about, literally, how rap was completely changed. Talking about the B words, the N words, and everything. So I
Yeah, but
just
in the
want to.
beginning, in the beginning, using the N word was taboo. I tell you, you couldn't use it in my house at all. You get my father would f your ass up. You ever get the N word in your mouth ever? You get your teeth knocked out your head. So I never. So and also I never beat on my children, but that was never allowed in my house. So y'all who've been with me for a long time, you guys remember when I first started, I never used the N word. I was like, oh man, don't use that because I forgot how deep it had become since rap. Because I was like, to me, when I used to hear it, see now I'm used to it, but I used to hear it used to like a nail scratching on chalkboards. That N word would do something to me. It would like because I was culturally conditioned not to want to not nobody to hear it. So I never allowed my children because my children was when they grown now, my grown adults like, what are you doing? Using that word. Sometimes they might listen and say, what are you doing? I said, guys, I kind of went with everybody. People would call in. I say, hey man, don't use that word. And I got tired of saying that. Then I just started using it because sometimes it was funny, right? But I use it because sometimes jokes are good with the N word. But you guys know we never used it because it was such a degrading word that they use, and that's how you know. They always say that we know that word came from Africa. We know that comes from the Niger River. We know that's a fact. So you morons, talk about your Indians, how you get the N word if they never came to Africa to pick you up. We know that Niger became nigger, all right, nigra, or we know from Spanish you get what's one of from the derivative of moreno. Moreno means black, and so moreno in Spanish and through Portuguese, it becomes negrita, right? Negrita. That becomes nigga. And that's why you had, it was a kingdom over there called Niger land. So since the Europeans were stupid, they know how to pronounce Niger. So that Niger became Neggr. And since we were down on the bottom, it became a pejorative. Something hateful became a pejorative. You dirty, they say you dirty nigger. Became something cruel and dehumanizing. So we had taken that out of our lexicon, but the rap culture brought it back as it got taken over by other people. We took that complete thing out of our culture. You couldn't say it to one another. And we said to one another, it would cause a fight. We couldn't call, now it's normal we call each other N-words, but we couldn't call each other the N-word. It would cause a fight because we looked at that as a wicked pejorative that our enemies try to use to dehumanize us, right? It was a dehumanizing thing. So that's why I haven't said it a bunch no more. You guys notice I don't say it all the time no more. I've cut back on it. Because I've been blasted by my own children because I never allowed it to be said in my house because it had such a negative connotation and it was dehumanizing. It was used as a term of dehumanization. So you can't take a word that's dehumanizing and then say you take it back and claim it as your own. It was started as a dehumanizing word, just like in South Africa, as we were talking a temple years ago, we were talking about the word as Canvas called it, they called it Makapa. That's the equivalent of Nigr, but South Africa is not really a big enough culture to let that go global like America is with the N-word. You have people call it N-word everywhere, right? So, but go ahead, Joey.
What I've really liked is it's like you've read my mentality, and the universe somehow understands everything. It's like you say, we talk about things, then the messages comes to you. I was to ask you, why is it that when Black people are called the N-word, they get mad? And you just explained it about the dehumanization, what this was all about, because I've really seen the anger, because yes, we've talked about it, yes, but I've never understood why is it that it's so irritating, because I feel like with the slavery, the pain and everything.
That's what they called you in slavery, Joe. They use that term to dehumanize you. Everything was about dehumanizing you, and with everything they've done as far as making you into furniture and everything. The dehumanization was, these people were satanic, really, really sadistic with their torture of Black people. So that word became dehumanizing. So they would use that as if just to say, everybody was an N-word. Everybody, like when we look at Django and Train, said, Django, you dirty nigga. We're gonna hit you in the head, nigga. Everything was nigga this, nigga that, nigga that. So that's what they would call you. So it was and it was dehumanizing. It would say that you was an N-word. You wasn't a human being, Joe. So that word after slavery, the Black people cut it out of their vocabulary. We don't use that towards each other. Only white people, we don't use that towards each other, and we don't use it. And then, like I said, and it don't come back into favor until the rap culture comes back, and after the cats take it over, because in the beginning that word was never used because we knew we don't use that word. That word was never used in the beginning of hip hop, Joey. When they get control of it, then everybody's an N-word. Our women are bees and hoes. So it's all disrespectful culture, Joe. It's all disrespect.
Exactly.
On fleek, on a higher level of just disrespect. So you get a bunch of moronic project poverty people, give them money who can't really, frame a sentence together. Give them money, and they stand all kind of ignorant shit, and that becomes now what the culture, the norm. The N-word, the disrespect of their own women, the tearing down of your own community, shoot each other, hatred towards each other, shoot each other, kill her in, shoot her need you damn, and just like that. And all your memes all now garbage. What I care about, I don't need no new. What I look like crying over N-word. I got some money. I go buy another N-word tomorrow. You know how degraded and moronic that sounds. You know how messed up in the head when that's the norm in your mind. You're colonized to the tilt. Now you're telling you don't need men, so you're causing this friction. It didn't come from you. This is a friction between Black men and Black women. Now everything is monetary on a commercial level. Your relationship was never supposed to be put on a commercial level. about what I can buy, how much money I got. So everything's now what's superficial. It has no meaning. That's how they construct society. Then your love has no. Everything's on a commercial basis. It's not based on who you are as a person, Joby. Based on how much money I got, how much stuff I can get.
I think you're also talking about that because you had the TikTok video I was playing earlier, which I'm not gonna lie, which catches me by surprise because that is now on the promo, which is what most of the women, to be specific, like we've spoken about now, the SIAP that was promoted of black women to I don't need a man, you're a strong independent woman and everything, the hashtag, and having a white woman beside you, but she's not on the same motion as you. And then seeing this trend, I remember the first time I had the audio, I was really shocked. What do you mean you have money to buy a new nigga, but the fact that when you're on TikTok, every time you scroll, you're gonna see same algorithms. Yes, I understand algorithms. Yeah, you're gonna see everything, but it's really, really messed up. So I understand what you're really, really saying. But let me share this video just on your end. If you can put the copyright disclaimer for me.
Well, you can't find. I guess you think
it's not on my end. I don't know why.
Have you guys seen the Alien of Atlanta?
Let me just a minute, if you don't mind, to show them what you're showing.
Have you guys seen the Alien of Atlanta? Yeah.
Who's that?
On TikTok. He's the Alien of Atlanta, Joby. Look at me. Some.
Metro moving in, come on, man. No, I really about to holler at Metro. Hey, man, I peeped them last mixtape, man. All they got there, Space Invader mixtape. Nigga use space sounds in the beat and shit. Dog, boy, hey, boy, you got to tell me, Metro.
He's the Alien of Atlanta, because.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell? Some white people believe it's real. I believe he's a real alien.
What? I really want to bump the future.
This is a mask. What do you mean they believe this is real?
It's not a mask, Joe. They try to take it off. It's not a mask. I think it's prosthetic. They try to take it off. I mean, y'all.
Or AI? I don't know.
That's not AI. That's a real person. That's a real thing.
What? Wait, what?
That's a real. Yeah, it's a real thing. I don't know if it's real alien. They said it's real.
Video on my TikTok.
I said, yeah, it's a bunch of them. I sent it to you. Here you go. Hold on, let me send it to you. Because I was looking for the videos that you sent me, and he just pop up. Yes, let me see, Joby. So you got a bunch of them, Joe. Just go through a bunch. He's in New York, Jam. He's in LA. Because he's dancing with some woman in the street. She's like, oh my God, I'm dancing with the Atlanta alien. All right, Joe. I sent it to you. There you go. Anyway.
The copyright disclaimer, kindly.
Oh yeah, let me put the copyright. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. I don't know what do you get, Joey, when you go to media stuff on your thing?
I don't know. I think Iwaton maybe misplaced the whole thing, being honest, because it's only Iwaton and I who operate StreamYard.
I know, but that's only because it's on it with mine, because we under the same thing. That's why I can go. That's why I can show this.
It's not on my end. I think maybe StreamYard has changed it, because that's why I told you last time I couldn't change the thumbnail you had. It was only on your end. Only on your end.
Well, you got this right here. You changed it. You got the right background. You got the
the background, I do have it, but the thumbnails you had, like for the weekend or the show you had, I couldn't change it. It was only on your end. So I think maybe StreamYard, I've noticed it's updating every now and then. So
you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go up in your thing. Yeah, because I still.
But yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Let me get out of this. Okay.
I'm rolling with the New Jack crew, and I'm a hustler.
That's what's called gangster rap. Hardcore, street tough lyrics of Los Angeles-based groups like Ice-T and Niggers with Attitude, or NWA. Their angry style, with its racial slurs, deliberately shocking lyrics, and brutal images of life.
The whole thing was even in the damn name of the group, N-Words with Attitudes. We was like that, and I remember that was shocking. That's the name of a group. This how far we've fallen, because now it's normal. Everybody's saying the N-word. But back then when it first came, we were like, what? You guys remember, if you guys are old enough, you guys are over 45, at least 40 or something, right? We know when that, we're like, N-words with Attitude, they're allowed to call themselves that? It was shocking. Like, what? Today is now the norm, right? Now it's not the norm. Back then, that was shocking. Like, what they call them? N-word with attitude. That's allowed? Yeah, Joby, that's how far
It's the shock tone on your voice, so meaning you are really shocked.
everybody, it was shocking. See, now it's not even shocking because it's normal. Everybody uses the N-word. It's not, it doesn't have any shock anymore because that's how far the civilization has fallen, right? Back then, it was a shock. What? N-words with attitude. And I'm from LA. I'm like, N-words with attitude. I said, how the record company allow that to happen? What the hell? Anyway, go ahead, Joby.
Okay.
In South Central LA have stirred controversy even as they have sent rap sales soaring.
Exactly.
I'm a nigga in America, and that much I flaunt. See what I like, yo, I take what I want. I'm not the only one. That's why
and this mulatto Negro here is a phony. He ain't never been a black woman in his life. To my N-word, that's how you know this a pose ass Negro. He wasn't even from LA. This Negro is from New Jersey. I think he moved back. He moved to LA, then started to blend into the culture. He moved his ass back to New York area where he's from. This Negro ain't never even been with no black women. Everybody's with a Hispanic woman. Now he's with a white woman, right? His old ass is like 65 now. He's with a white woman who's cheating on him with talking all this N-word shit, gangster shit. This is nonsense. Everybody, the album he had, remember the album he had the Hispanic woman on it. That was his wife for years. He left her for a white woman. So he left a darker skinned white woman for a real white woman. A half white woman for a whole white woman. That's what this dude do. Talking about he's a gangster and he's about black. It's absolute nonsense with this phony here.
body is a nigga to a nigga.
Ice-T's single Cop Killer even sparked a national protest. But cops were not the only objects of derision. Women were too. More controversy was sparked by the frequent use of words like bitch and whore. Still, gangster rap continued to sell. This song by Dr. Dre currently ranks among the top-selling albums. To its supporters, gangster rap is a form of social protest, a kind of street theater, the heartbeat of urban America. But to its critics, it is simply an attempt to manipulate.
Remember the part, and they didn't know that Jay did this on purpose. Remember, because when Dr. Dre, I know I was a kid, not about no Africans, ain't about no Africa, no fist bumps, no black power, nothing. It's about the streets and being an N-word and blah, blah. So this went away from consciousness, and he's telling you right there in the lyrics, we're going away from this African shit. We're going away from it. We're going to be about street and bees and hoes. You got the moronic ass Snoop Dogg, this moron about bees and hoes. You see they all in the projects, about projects. That's why everybody's happy to be from the hood and the projects. See all this project living? These morons don't live in these projects no more. They pulling up in the hood and all this poverty around them. So they glorifying poverty. So now what you see in rap is a glorification of poverty. Everybody's poor and being in the hood, and you got to be trying to use a gangster and a criminal. Yeah, you ain't been in the streets. Now everybody nowadays has been, man, what kind of cases did you get? And you got your babies listening to this filth. And that's why they told you when Joey showed that video, they're making them private prisons. All the music about you being a gangster, being a criminal, so they can lock your black ass up. Because we know music affects the mind, and the mind reflects your reality. And you're gonna emulate what you hear and what you do and what you see in all this criminality. And everybody's living in the projects, all this project living, all this poverty living. You couldn't pay me to live in this shit right here, right? But they're telling black people to aspire to live in this filth right here. Of course, now I never had one of these cars. My sister had. My sister, of course, she was 2 years old, but she was influenced. She was in the gang culture and had one of these cars. And I was all, man, this car's cool, man. This car's cool. My sister had one of these 6.4s, right, with the Daytons. I was like, yeah, this is all right. Because I was young and stupid. I didn't know the ramifications of what I was listening to and how I was destroying my people inside and all that. I just went along with, I rode the wave of this dysfunctional culture, and it's brought us to what we are now. This shit has made us complete, and this shit can't be saved. If you say, maybe you can't save this shit's got to be eradicated because it's even worse. 30 years, because remember this song is 30. This song right here is 33 years ago right here. This is 33 years ago right here, right? This video is 33 years ago this year. 33 years ago from this to what we are now, you can't salvage it. It's got to be completely eradicated. Because now you can't stand what they even said. That, at least random some kind of education. Now you got gorilla and all that. What we do.
Let me correct you, especially when you say about Glorilla. Don't say Joby loves. Say at least use the term.
I'm just naming one person.
No, I don't mind you using me as an example.
I didn't use you. I didn't say I said these rappers. I didn't use you. Somebody's feeling guilty. After shoe fits weird. Somebody's feeling guilty. I didn't even mention your name.
Yeah. Say Joby likes, not love. Love is a strong word. Like is a slight term. I don't mind.
Joby likes all these bumble mouth morons talking crazy. Okay, like that. So,
yeah, that's better. Not love.
Right.
Love is
all right. So, like I said, and that's on purpose. Why you hear like I said, there's no room for any conscious rap anymore. Any rap with a message. Any rap with a heartbeat. Any rap that has actual art. Because remember, art is supposed to. It's supposed to speak to your generation's issues. Lil Wayne don't speak to nobody's issues. This moronic drug addict idiot. So you got no art now. When rap started, it spoke to what? The issues that black people was going through. That's why you had, and of course, it was party music because we party too. Because black people globally like to party. Whether you're in Kenya, Ghana, we party people, right? But with the partying, you had what? Music that had a message, like the main story, the message. Don't push me. I got rats and roaches in the back room. Mama's on crack. So you're telling a real message of how life really is and how we're supposed to improve ourselves. This is just that, hey, all our women are, so this is all our women are bees and hoes. They're supposed to be disrespected and hoes down, G's up, all this ignorant ass shit. So this infected a whole generation of criminality and just debauchery. So we went from a loved people to now hated people. I mean, they already hated us, but they couldn't do them because we were moral people, remember? So now we lost we now lost that stock of being a moral people because your rap culture destroyed our morality. No matter what they did to us, Black Americans were considered moral. Not no more. This whole ratchet ass culture here. This everybody butt cheeks out. The goopy Nicki Minaj. She ain't even Black American. All these fake phonies coming into our culture and making it even more ratchet. Go away. So it's dumbed down the culture. You know we're dummies because the rappers can't even put a good sentence together. They all like the guy said on TikTok. You know why rappers so bad? These rappers. They're all illiterate. See, remember when rappers back in the day was all these guys had college degrees there. They all could have sentences together. It was deep. Ain't no more deep rappers. Lollipop, put your foot in the water and jump down and say, yeah.
There's a quote I bumped into recently, which I had to repost on my Instagram, which said, I love back then when we had real rappers and they were respected for being real rappers.
Yeah,
and if you couldn't rap, you didn't have to. But today, when you don't know how to rap, you still gonna have to, and your shit is still trending, and they're pushing these things. It's crazy because it's happening. It's not even happening in America. Being honest, kid, it's happening in Kenya. It's like a media whole.
Rap is not American, but rap is global.
Because our music has become also pathetic in terms of also Kenyan production. Like we have just people trending for pathetic drug, sex, motivated type of song. You don't hear. There's nothing to the message of the songs. We keep talking. I chill with artists. I chill with rappers. Literally big on the game. I'm not capping. People are on the Calligraph Jones lane. I'm chilling with these people and they're talking about.
What are you supposed to? Because
we're losing this because there's zero competition in real hip hop. Hip hop is completely fun.
It's not the competition. It's that you don't own the genre.
That and also I think also looking at also Black America. There was that competition. Let's not disagree. You can agree to disagree.
There was
that
competition, Joey,
Yeah.
but it was friendly. It wasn't based on.
Yeah, friendly.
That didn't make rap become what it was because the friendly competition was gone.
True.
You never got pushed out to the masses. They control the levels of what distribution, the TVs, the this, that. So whatever gets seen, they control what's being seen, what's pushed out, what gets the numbers. So if somebody's got a good rap and he's got really good rap, I don't want that out there. I've already debased the culture. I want it to criminalize it and disrespecting each other and hateful.
True. But let me continue with this as we continue.
Racist stereotypes for profit to sell records.
Right.
We strongly believe that it is our Christian, moral, and social responsibility to speak out against evil forces.
It is that opposition that is creating the first real backlash to the music. A backlash born in the same place that gave birth to rap.
When it was going, I remember this is about 95. And I was like, oh, these old people. See, I didn't know. I was all young, like I was young and Jimmy. I said, these old people, shut up. You know what they're talking about. They were absolutely right because I didn't understand the bigger picture. I was never, sat down and understand how things, affect society. I was like, oh, these old people, shut up. We just chilling with our beauty. You just all get out of here with your old music. Get out of here. That stuff. They were absolutely right. But at that age, I was too young. I was in my early 20s. I didn't understand how detrimental. And I didn't know that I didn't have nobody teach me back then yet how music shapes your reality and how it goes to your subconscious. I didn't know the science of music. This is a science. So I didn't know that. I just thought it was a bunch of old people getting mad because they didn't get down with my music. Shut your old asses up. Old people don't know what they're talking about. Go ahead, Joey.
I'm going to use the washroom so in case.
Oh, go ahead,
Joey.
The Black community. Recently, opponents of hardcore rap gathered at New York City's Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem to say enough is enough.
It is not all right for our Black male children to grow up and be drug dealers, gang bashers, or stick-up kids. But your negative lyrics and videos are telling them that it's all right.
Many of those who came to protest were primarily middle-class adults, educated working people, and parents who were insulted by the negative stereotypes of Blacks portrayed in the rap lyrics.
But negative rap is a slap in our faces. It lets everybody know to a certain extent that we as Black people must have low self-esteem, no respect for ourselves or anyone else, and we just don't care who we hurt as long as we're making the dollar.
I've had to endure that ugly N-word for some 400 years now, and enough is enough. Black women.
Okay, let me know if you need me to pause.
Black women have been the objects of too much violence. They've been the objects of too much abuse and too much misuse, and enough is enough.
The protest was organized by Abyssinian Baptist pastor Reverend Calvin Butts. Reverend Butts argues that he is not against all rap, just that which denigrates Blacks through words and images. Exactly. That rap, he says, casts a shadow on all Blacks.
This is not a place, as one young woman stood up and said once, where I hear people being called bitches and whores around every corner and MFs. It's not. It's not like that in Oakland. It's not like that in LA. There is.
Exactly. It wasn't positive. It wasn't like that in LA and talking about Northern California. See, LA, Southern California. You guys know Oakland's Northern California. It wasn't like that in my community. We were all N-words and B's and O's. That rap culture, like I told you, in my house, we weren't allowed to even use that word. Like I said, it's N-word. It's disrespect of your own women. It's disrespect of your own people, your own brother. So this is called, and you know what this did? This that's why the hatred is so ingrained now. And we're trying to stop the hate within the community. Finally, shout out to some of the TikTok groups because this horrible music enriched the hatred of one another. Kill an N-word, shoot an N-word. We're all garbage. We're not worth anything. It's the debasing of us as a people, and it debased our humanity. And so now we're able to understand, and these guys understand effectively. Explain what the music does. The music goes to your subconscious and it creates your reality. You You start mimicking what you hear and what you see. That's why it's dangerous. And they didn't these church Negroes didn't understand the sign. They can effectively reach out to people. They do talk with the Jesus nonsense. So understand what it really, and then at that case, I was getting rid of Jesus at that time too. I didn't want to hear from no church nuts. Get out of here with that church shit, right? So I was already in a different headspace anyway too. So, but this music has been purposely created to destroy us as a people. This is a fact. This music's been now it's global. This music's now global. That's exactly. It's global now. It's global, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. A dangerous thing. Go ahead, Jim.
Some of it, but the world must not understand that is who we are. We are not that.
We will not stand.
That's what we are about. That's what the world, like Joby said, because they grew up looking at all this garbage. That's what I think they don't know that's propaganda. That's what I think black Americans are. Killing each other, rapping N-words and B's and hoes and doom, going home drunk. That ain't, like they said, that ain't what we see in our community. This is a caricature. This is fake. This is phony. What is this garbage? That ain't who we've ever been. But that's what they made us to the world. That's what they put in the world. The world, you sitting in a little kid, you don't know that's a fake thing you're looking at.
Actually, I do remember I might have had encountered a Kamlesh experience in my early teens. Yeah, in 2020, I was 2019, I was 20. I met some Black Americans and they had come to work with, if you can remember, Kid, the DJ who was working on the radio station, was a friend of mine. So they were supposed to open a DJ academy, and I was supposed to become a brand ambassador because at that time my things were popping like model wise. So I was good to be a brand ambassador for their company. And then I remember something happened. There's that superiority they put on your face. It's like you don't belong. And I ended up actually not becoming a brand ambassador at the end of the day.
So that's what Campbell was saying. So they were doing that superiority nonsense. Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, literally ended up feeling like, for real, I didn't belong. I didn't belong being in their class. I don't belong being there. That's why they didn't pick me and all that. But I feel like there's that superiority complex. Some of them, not all of them. I'm not going to speak of all of them because personally I've been watching videos of the passport bros who have been able to start their lives in Kenya, and they have a positive thing to say about Africa, not just Kenya. Africa.
They have a love. That's what I said. Don't judge one experience, that's the whole thing. The whole people. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy because this narrative, yes, it has really destroyed so much that interactiveness with Africans in the continent and Black Americans, especially when you come here. Because when you come here, you're seeking also your ways of making money. You're coming from an oppressive system, not understanding, or us not understanding that you coming from you don't come from. I don't understand that you come from an oppressive system. I think I'm the only one who's on an oppressive system, if you understand me. Because the fact that the African continent.
Shout out to I just want to say this real quick. Here we see, you heard the N-word when drunk Caucasians doing drive-bys. Exactly. We didn't ever use that word. He's right. I'm just going to say that word was never normalized until you got this goofy rap. And that's in every rap song. And it's so big because Kenyans didn't grow up using that. Every Kenyan rapper is N-word, this N-word, 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 N-word. Every South African, N-word, N-word, N-word. Every guy named in Nigeria, N-word, 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 N-word. That ain't even come from their culture. That's how pervasive it is. Go ahead, Joe.
So sadly, this has promoted to make music look cool. That's how
that's what we're saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Exactly. I understand what you're saying, but exactly what you're describing, how it has destroyed the Black music.
Yeah. But destroyed, like you said, it destroyed our image.
I think until last year but one, early January 2023. There was a music like Katie loved it. It was super pathetic. And I was like, you guys are really promoting wacky music. I don't know if you understand you're promoting wacky music, but this is unacceptable. You can't be doing this on a media that actually is speaking about the truth when it comes to everything regarding music, you know. And so I remember they got mad at me. Katie Shmani, some people got mad. They really got mad at me because of.
So what?
I'm like, you're really promoting wacky music. This is not correct music to be playing on a media that people are listening, even on a mainstream media. But sadly, even the mainstream media promoted this, and this is why the rest of the minimal medias, I don't say we're minimal, but the rest of us felt like this is cool. Not me, but the rest of the people.
Of course, because the mainstream media is owned by the people that try and destroy you, Joe.
It is really sad. Understanding everything. That's why I shared this to just widen also, because I'm understanding the effect it has. Every weekend, being honest, this is what I've found myself also talking about. I chill with a lot of rappers. I say, and rappers who are really conscious about what they spit. If you listen to Calligraph Jones, being honest, is a very also conscious rapper. I'm not saying that conscious like back then, but is a conscious also rapper.
Yeah,
and this is why you see actually most of the artists are not able to tap to him because he's not there to promote work shit. He's been named the best lyrical African artist, African to be specific.
I don't know if he's the best in Africa, but he's damn sure good. I don't know. I haven't heard all the Africans from Ghana to Nigeria to South Africa. South Africa's got some pretty good rappers too, but I would say he's one of the best I've heard, so I give him that. That's true.
Yeah. So if you listen to him, he has the opportunity right now to sign so many artists, but he's more conscious of saying, I'm not gonna promote work artists for the sake of just to fit in the industry. I'm not here to just be sponsored by people or whatever because I have a record label and everything. I need artists who are speaking consciousness outside there, and that is him. Before you see even Calligraph Jones on a collabo, people are begging. People have to pay money. You have to also dedicate what is your speech to what is your deliverance of message to the people. Otherwise, I'm not featuring on this. And that's why I'd say he's the most respected artist in Kenya.
But there you go. So that's why, because look, so there you go. He's being conscious of what and the effect that he has on people, what he's saying, because it does have an effect. It does have meaning.
Exactly. But let me
ugly, low, crime, abusive, and rough music.
Until now, most blacks in leadership positions have refrained from criticizing such a popular form of black expression and protest. When Reverend Butts finally spoke out, it was clear outside the church that he had struck a nerve. The streets of Harlem came alive with debate in a way not heard since the protest era of the 60s.
You all can do better, and you ought to do better. I think that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. I ask you this question. We are embracing white culture. You all are not talking to one another. You're talking past each other.
No minds were changed, but the issue was now out in the open, and people were debating it as never before.
I'm here because I'm outraged at the denigration of black women. And as a father, as a son, my mother, my sisters, our wives, our girlfriends have been denigrated, and these are against the values of our community.
Others argued that if Reverend Butts was going after anyone, it should have been the record companies themselves, that negative rappers were merely telling it like it is.
We know what's right. No, the pawn. It says called the grand. The rappers don't have any power. They're pawns, exactly. The record labels owned by the cats. That's the power. The cats own those record labels, and they're the ones decide who's going to be a star, who's not going to be a star, what they're going to say, what you're not going to say. So you're right. So you should have been focusing at them instead of the rapper, because most of the rappers are ignorant and stupid and poor. They don't have any morale. They just say, "I grew up in the projects. I'm poor. I'm getting this. Offering this money. I'm gonna say what I gotta say." So go ahead, Joe.
And music is not the killer. It's not the ill. The ill is the streets that we are forced to live like rats on. The ill is the projects we are forced to live in.
We're coming from our community. We are not talking bad things like bang, bang, shoot them up.
because we want to. This is what we live. I would love to talk about blue skies and apple pies, but I can't. That's not where I live. I live here where I see babies having babies. I see pregnant mothers using drugs. And this is what I talk about.
Only a few blocks away, in a very different atmosphere, teenagers were also talking about rap music.
Come one, come all, except the Haitians with the hips. Though you're sailing for your life, the question is who really gives.
This is a rap workship at New York's Riverside Church.
Here, those kids, these kids are there now, grandparents. These kids are my age. See the goopy big Luke. These kids. This is our generation. These kids are now grandparents. Go ahead, Joey.
Another minister, the Reverend Mariah Britton, is taking a different approach, trying to use rap as a positive force to develop the writing talents of these teenagers. These young men and women don't use obscene language or condone violence in their own lyrics, but they echoed the arguments of many of those who defended rap during Reverend Butt.
That's why the J said no. That's why none of these cats made it. That's right. Let me bring my conscious rap to you. Is it no? They go to the door. They go to Joby's studio. They go to the door. Get on out of here.
What? What? My studio? Are you sure?
It's protests.
Look, Joby's studio with that. Get out of here.
I think, like, the language used by rappers just pretty much reflects how people feel in life. So you're pretty much just saying whatever comes to mind and how you feel. And if you feel like cursing because of the situation you see, that just happens.
Like Jay said, it's just a reflection of the times. This is harsh times now. So there's going to be a harsh music. So if you don't understand it, you're not really understanding what today is all about.
To these aspiring rappers, the negative messages in some songs are no worse than in other entertainment media.
But what about your integrity? What about what you stand for as a human being?
Exactly. I feel like when we go back to the video I shared, or you made me share some time back, of this black guy who confessed of the black entertainment community being invited on a certain
meeting
and being told the change that is coming and what it is promoting, and then he was the only person, of course, being escorted out for not saying, of course, yes to the whole thing, not being down on the butthole, which is part of it, let's say, slight fact. But it's the integrity, exactly the question that is on the board. Why would you want to lose your integrity? I don't understand
because I don't want to be poor. See, I'm
okay, be poor. Like I said,
you gotta see, but but then you have integrity and honesty. That's why I put you there. Most people don't have integrity, Joe.
Twice this has slapped me ever since you educated me about not being scared of death, right? Death is an illusion. This is the second time death being an illusion happened to me. This accident. The first ever accident, I was living in Karen and the matatu lost a brake and everyone was screaming. I'll never forget. Actually, this is my fourth accident. This is crazy. I'm trying to memorize. This is my fourth accident on this public means of transport. Everyone was screaming and everything, but I was really, really calm. And that's because I think I'd learned and understood that death is an illusion and we are souls and we live eternally, right? This also happened this particular Tuesday after this accident. I said it today. I felt like for once I was really completely ready for death. I don't know, somehow it sounds crazy, but
no, you said you wasn't afraid of it. That's all.
Yeah, I really felt that way because I didn't know what was to happen, but what was to happen, I was ready. Even waking up, I was like, what's going on? Like, I was really confused and also felt that atmosphere on my whatever.
You get blacked out. Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, it's okay. It's all cool. So understanding what exactly they're trying to really, really talk about, it's very much deep.
Some songs are no worse than in other entertainment media.
But what about your integrity? What about what you stand for as a human being? Are you swayed more by the desire to make money and to sell the records, or are you led by your sense of integrity?
Exactly, because I do believe it's about to be integrity, but sadly, because of the oppression of Black people, we're more led about money.
Exactly, because we're in a society that analyzes money and analyzes what material gain, Joby. So that's correct. So exactly right.
Entertainment. In the same way, you have to like that'd be like asking an actor, or like asking Sylvester Stallone, well, how do you really feel about the way you're portraying people in Vietnam as just bloodthirsty killers and going around shooting people? Probably wouldn't have a second thought about that because he doesn't really probably know the first thing about Vietnam.
Despite the gentle coaxing of Reverend Britton, these young people were reluctant to admit there was anything wrong with hardcore rap. Mike Abbott, an independent record promoter who was invited to speak to the students, says as long as that attitude prevails, negative rap will continue to sell.
Record companies have...
Well, the question I think that should be present is how are we going to save this as we get into the second conversation? That it should be the present question. How are we going to save this, or is this going to be savable? Because for me, before you get into it, Kid, being a Gen Z, let me say that, being a Gen Z or part of the Gen Z, there's a whole lot of rap crap. I'm not gonna lie, like there's a whole lot of rap crap. Even personally, I tried listening to like hell no. There's some rap I listen to. Shmani is like, I can't understand that thing, but Judy understands all this crazy shit. Trust me, there's some rap Shmani is gonna put we both on the same level of frequency of dancing and rapping. There's some shit or some rap Iwaton is gonna put, which is UK. She loves UK rap, by the way. I'm not gonna understand none of that, but she'll relate with Danny. Danny. They'll relate with that. When it comes to Kamlesh is a genre of everything, but it's when it comes to rock. I can't stand rock for anything, but he's a sucker.
Because it's because it's satanic.
Yeah,
it's satanic. They took the soul. That's why it's dead. That's why you see no major rock there. Because when Black people left it alone, when we created and left alone, get white people, the soul left of it's all.
So the question is maybe to you, understanding and looking at the whole evolution of this industry and the way it has changed, and to everyone on the comment section, do you think we're gonna be able to go back to that? Hip hop, or are we gonna be more destroyed, or is it gonna be impossible for Africa?
You have to take, but you have to take over the industry, Joe. Anything can be salvaged, right? I won't say can't be, but from what it is today, we don't have. You got to take control of it. You have to build your own record labels yourself and take control of the music. You must tell Black people globally, hey, this other music is garbage. Don't consume it. Can you do that? I don't know. It's a hard task. I'm not the one to try to save it. So
I agree, but I feel like it's gonna be so hard if we have bootlickers who are on the front. Especially, I'm gonna say bootlickers like people like Akon and the rest of the people trying to create these fake cities in Africa. And then they're making people like now Burna Boy, who are also supposed to be helping Africans in their continent, but they already bought out. That's why I'm not even trying to look at any African saving in terms of industry. So I don't know. That's really completely messed up.
Right, it's a tough argument. So like you said, you're talking to your all the industry guys in Kenya. What do they think? Can it be saved?
Well, I've heard people like actors complain and being open wide about our industry not paying them enough, which is, I'll pull it to Taraji P's experience, right? Being on this industry where you dedicate yourself so much, they use you so much in different films and everything. You appear on things that are making the whatever film this industry film to pop, but you as yourself, you're struggling as an actress or as an industry product. Let me say, as an industry product.
That's why I wanted to make sure we built back like our fire. We make sure we had people have livable wages, right? So people have livable wages. Most people in radio go broke. They don't have any money. They don't sustain a lifestyle Job and them live. I want to make sure, okay, we can have sustainable lifestyles.
That is so true. That is so true. Met a friend who explained a lifestyle of one of the mainstream media radio presenters lady, how they live. It's exactly what you're explaining. You think they're living good, but they're not. They don't have money. They're really broke.
No, and then you sit, and then you're in a place, especially like Africa. I'm gonna tell you, Africa's been disrespected because no one stands up and respects. So they don't want to pay nobody in Africa. They don't even want to pay.
Being honest, I feel like Blackout Fire is the only mainstream media company. I don't know about the rest. No mainstream media, but mainstream to us. The only platform that tells the truth that should be mainstream. I'm just trying to say, I feel like this is the only company where I'd say people should be. I'm satisfied. People should be satisfied because number one, we pay time.
Well,
most of these
people
companies
not paid on time. Most people not paid. They miss payments. Exactly. So exactly. I'm pretty much sure. This is what I tried to teach Katie. Try to make her understand being a young age. Katie, you don't understand what you don't understand Africa. You don't understand what I'm trying to teach you. Once you leave here, you're gonna go to this record, then you're gonna live this great life, this radio station, you're gonna make this money. You're not, Katie. Okay. It's the lesson you're gonna learn. I don't care if anybody got bashed by him. It's a lesson you're gonna learn. Okay? Because I treat, everybody's not gonna be like me. Not gonna treat you like family, and I'm gonna make sure you get paid every time you're supposed to get paid on time, every time. You're not gonna do that, Katie. Not gonna do that. Even with Black Kings, they tell me, you pay everybody. You pay us on time. We don't never get paid on time. We never see nobody get paid on time and play. Sometimes you just work, they don't even pay us.
Because it's a problem. We're not even lying. I feel like last year, I always say if you're careful with our conversation, I don't know if you guys take our conversation serious, but shout out to those who do, man, because this is a really informative platform. But last year, I remember we reported mainstream media is firing hundreds of people. The same thing that is affecting now thousands of Americans right now. It's affecting also Black people right here, but especially media. These medias are being shut down, especially right now, the fact that they are realizing they are losing the real people, shifting now to the, to TikTok and everything. Exactly. So you can't now start trying to say you're promoting the real truth and you're backed up by the government. The government cuts all the funds with the funds which pay the people, and the people have to lose their jobs. And that is what literally happened. So many people last year lost their jobs. I'm talking about hundreds, and they've not been paid for 3 months.
Well,
and this is, I don't want to speak much, but yeah, I don't want to spill too much beans. People are living in shacks, man. People are not living okay. People are suffering. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what exactly. That's what I try to tell. Exactly.
Getting a job, hold on to it, especially in Africa. Be grateful. And personally,
Africa, damn Africa. I say in America, you got to just keep it.
I saw the videos you posted on our reels on the Blackout Fire Network, mainstream, the main channel, and yes, it's good to show people what we're doing. I hope you learned something from that. If you've not seen the reels, go check out what is happening. Blackout Fire is building a whole lot of existence that most of the people right now are ranting about it that is impossible. I just saw someone else say, apart from the beards, where have you ever seen an African with Africans with hair? What? Don't make me remove my wig. I have a whole afro standing on this afro. Let me tell you. Like my hair right now is so kinky, I can't even stand it. Like it's so big. I can't even stand my own hair right now. I just want it knitted because I don't know how to maintain my own hair. So what do you mean Africans don't have hair? It's it's just crazy, but yeah. Get informed.
More on talk.
Get informed and be grateful. That's what I'm gonna say. And the top of everything. And then I don't know how we're gonna bring back our special hip hop back.
Well, you got to it's gonna probably move to Africa when you gotta get control of it. African Americans have been dumbed down so much. I don't know if they can get control of it. The expense rate. You got to get control of the media. So you don't own any major network. And when we try to make Black Empire Network, what happened? We get blocked and banned. Right on Africa, we're banned. Where you go to right now. See if you like. I don't know, Joby. Did you put us on the network? I don't know if you did or not.
As in our TikTok?
No, on the network. Are we live on the network on our network?
Currently, no. We are on. We're on Rumble, BitChute, on YouTube because I can't put it on.
Yeah. So like this. So.
But I was on the network on all the shows.
Yeah, I know that's okay. I'm just trying to say so. So when you go in and you guys see Blackout Fire, right? Then I hit that button, right? Boom, right. But you're live on the radio, so okay.
Very live.
Yeah, so hit this button. I hear there. I will hear Joby. See, I hear me and Joby. So you know we're live on the radio. Turn it down. So anyway, so I'll get my damn. Hold on. So you see everything which says TV. So get close enough. Can't get the damn camera. Anyway, it says TV right there. So TV's right there, right? TV. So this TV, when I hit that button, this TV, right? Because it's gonna be playing something that we're not on. I remember this. Oh, my phone is acting up. Come on, shit. It's pausing. What's my phone doing? Because it's old. So no, it's acting up real bad. I'm going to get a new one. Anyway, so be quiet. So anyway, so of course this is Show Me and Joby done right recently.
The median price for a previously owned single family home in California.
This is shown on every TV global. Huh, Joby?
I have a beautiful voice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, what now? What you say, Joby? You got people what?
Voice.
Yeah. You got a nice voice. You know you had a nice voice?
No.
You never listened to your voice before?
My friends make fun of me.
Who made fun of you?
Kamlesh and everyone. They always mimic my voice in some sort of way. So I didn't know I have a good voice.
Yeah, you got a good voice. And me yelling all crazy. You can't afford $500,000. Anyway, but see, we live everywhere, right? Everywhere.
Period.
Streaming platforms are, but we know we're effective because in Africa, it's blacked out. Like if I want this TV behind me right now, right, I would show the same thing me and Joby, right? Let me get up this real quick, all right? Let me show what I'm talking about. So we know this is everywhere, right? So this, let me go here.
Yeah, but anyone on the chat, let us know if you guys can, if you have Amazon TV or Roku TV, if you have our app.
Amazon, Android, Roku.
I know Mosquito does see us on the TV.
Yeah, he sees something. So there you go. She said things at Black Empire Network. But see, when I do this, I'm gonna put on mute. So when I do this, right? So when I do this, I can see it here. But in Africa, they black this out. So this is on the radio. So when I go to the TV part right here, I'm gonna go to the TV part. It's gonna be the same we see right here. Right? I'm gonna go up.
I can't see the TV. I only hear the radio.
So see that right there? So it's the same thing globally.
When I get home, I'll do that and show you guys on the WhatsApp.
Let's see if Joey can do it now. So because you got to go up. Let me see Joey right there in the corner. See I had to turn my camera around. See Joey right there in the corner right there, right? But like I said, as far as TV goes, I'm gonna start when I start getting all these industries. I'm gonna start making movies. Because we gotta make movies that are not the Madeira stuff. We gotta have movies that reflect us, reflect who we are and what we do in a positive light. So that's why I had to start building all these other businesses. I don't get a bunch of donations from you guys. We all approve. I don't like to be begging. Can I get some donations? Hit the Cash App. I almost sound like like Dr. Umar. But I'm saying, but this is global. But when we go any TV in the studio in Africa, because we are real, it's black. It's blacked out. I talk to people all over the world who can turn on the channel, depending on whatever streaming TV they got, right? Is download Blackout Fire, and they can see this, right? But in Africa, the TVs are blacked out. It's nothing. That's on purpose. That's on purpose. So the Africa is all blocked out, right? So, like I said, make sure you guys download our app at Blackout Fire Network. Let me get out of this. I'll go here. Let me go here. So make sure you download our app, right? My thing pop up. There we go. Going slow. So pop up. Okay. So you know that's the app, Blackout Fire Network. Go to Google Play Store and download that app, Blackout Fire Network. All right. And usually you'll see us live. Like I'll be on live tonight. I'm back, guys. I'm back like I did last week. I'm back. I'm not leaving out to Monday, so I'm gonna do tonight. You're laughing. Tomorrow and Sunday. Shut up. Anyway, so like I said, let me get up with this. But anyway, but Africa. Anyway, get out of this. Anyway, like I said, so we know to change our image, we have to own it. And that costs a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars. So, so that's why I'm building these other businesses. So I don't have to ask you guys for no donations. Make sure we can survive on our own.
You're doing better than most of these FBI people, whatever.
No, I'm doing better than all of them. I know I'm doing better than all of them.
You're really amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys take everything. Again, I'm gonna say it. If you guys take serious everything we're talking about, or you're taking for a joke, but understand everything is happening. Everything that Kit is telling you, it's happening. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get my nails done at our barber shop and my hair done very beautifully. So let me show. I'm here slaying and everything. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of things going on. So
if you guys exactly what Joby's saying. Let me do it here. So Maury woke me up in the middle of the night. So we got the farm lady coming out there, right? It's gonna give us market. So the Maury, I ain't showed you. So the Maury showed me where he bought another three damn lambs. He woke up early in the morning. He's walking them back to our land. Keith, he woke up like 1 o'clock in the morning. Keith, I bought 3 more sheep. So he's walking them back to the land, right? And so with that, we were doing this as well right here. Let me show you this. Well, you guys already know we're gonna get this land. This land's gonna have to be cleared. So we gotta clear this land, right? That I purchased. The guys up there marketing. So that he can give us a quotation. So I gotta pay him this week because we got to turn all that virgin land into land for potatoes, right? Yeah. This right here.
And it's a big land. It's from here all the way to where.
So we got to get up all the stumps, right? All these stumps here. And then we got this one right here. Let me show you this one right here. And then this one. We got to clear this one too. I think they speak in Kikuyu because that don't sound like Swahili to me. So see that's all that land right there. So you guys see that? Let me show it again. See, we got to clear all this right here, right? This one too. That's virgin land. I got to clear all that. All that land, I bought all that. You know what they saying, Joby?
Nah, I can't hear unless I go to the real video because I know it's Kikuyu.
Yeah, I thought it was Kikuyu. I knew it was a Swahili. So then also out here we have the beehives that was setting up. So the guys, so I got to bring in the mesh and the thing and the steel thing on top, but I couldn't have the more bring it in because he rode Matatu up there. So these are the beehives that we're going to turn into industrial bee farms. So I got hives being set up. Well, I had Joby last year take the beehives, her ex-boyfriend, but I couldn't leave him with his crazy ass.
Who's that? Who the hell is that?
Wallace.
What?
Wallace was your ex-boyfriend, Wallace.
I don't know. I know he's a friend. I don't know the status you're talking about.
When he was your boyfriend back in the your ex-boyfriend back in the day.
The allegations is denied.
Okay. We're gonna deny the allegations. Anyway, so you see, we're taking the. So I got to get the more bees so it won't get killed. Taking the bees in the old hive and putting them in the new one. I don't want them to get murdered, get stung to death. So the carpenter's been building us a shed, and like I said, we have the lady. Just letting these octopus along a little bit. Anyway, but that's what I've been doing, guys. A lot of times when I didn't do all the shows, I've been behind the scenes trying to set everything up to make sure we survive. You know, I want to be, hey, can you get a donation to that? We all broke. I get it.
I see Byron's. Okay. Oh no, it's not my comment. Not our comment.
Okay, you can read the comments.
Let's see where we are at.
They were at the beginning. I don't think we read any of them, did we?
Nah. Shout out to Emily, shout out to Jason. Emily says that's why I just have my stuff delivered to Amazon locker. Jason says, and Amazon has drones dropping off packages and losing them.
I haven't got no drone. They are doing. I haven't got no drone stuff yet. Because they always take a picture when they drop my stuff off. So I don't think they have a drone doing mine yet.
I guess it says they say those aliens supposed to look African American. Wow.
Oh yeah, you talking about the ones that's coming. Yeah, they told you, they just mean African, right? They said that it's supposed to be in October. The aliens supposed to be in October, and he said how you know they're aggressive? They're 7 foot tall and they're aggressive, and they look like African Americans. They look like just black people.
Crazy. And then I also see Ricky in the building says only time I had N-word when drunk Caucasians doing drive-by. And he also says blame N-words on East and West Coast homosexual rappers, not dummies as Lil Wayne. Shout out to Econ Fire. He also says the Black American woman was the ones calling black men the N-word along the white men, even back in the day. And also see John Mosquito Karibu. Emily says, Joby, how about Wizkid, Demi Alade, and Teo Savage? Are you also bought out? Listen, okay. One thing about me.
Yeah, Savage does good music. What are you talking about? I never heard Wizkid says the N word. But you know, when you're looking at Wizkid, you know you're looking at American influences. You know you're looking at what you're looking at him. Nobody got the chains. He's got the whole American.
I think I get this question talking about if they speak conscious music. I feel like Wizkid. I want to say was conscious because yes, they're all bought out.
Yeah.
Well, Wizkid was conscious. Tiwa Savage was conscious. I don't feel Tiwa Savage music anymore. The last time I listened to Tiwa Savage was in 2021.
Well, listen another a couple of songs. They're not over.
I'm talking about our latest jams, not old jams.
I haven't heard the latest jam. I know the one I heard. I heard was like 3 years ago. Talking about I'm paid. I'm loaded. I'm loaded.
Exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about these. I don't feel like she has really conscious jams.
No, she doesn't. But that wasn't overtly like disrespectful. She said, "I'm loaded."
I know that what you're talking. I'm loaded with Asake. I'm loaded. I love that song too. I love that.
It's got a good beat. It's nothing offensive about it. She just said, "I'm loaded." So it's nothing degrading about that.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying, but I feel like with most of our African people, they'd be easily dragged with not understanding conscious music. So personally, I never stick or I'm never like influenced by any artist. That's one thing I live off. Even when I've spoken about it, when it comes to so many levels of things, I'm never attached to.
Yeah, you're not with the hype, Joby.
Yeah, exactly. Even I was talking about the Avatar today, and telling Kamlesh and Danny today that the Avatar whatever 5 or whatever is almost coming out. I don't know whatever episode is coming out. But
I never seen Avatar 1.
Me too.
I'm saying you.
This is the one. Yeah, this is the one. I was telling them the same thing. I never seen Avatar 1. They were like, Obi, you're crazy. Like, you need to see this thing if you've seen the, I don't know, the making of the training of a dragon or whatever. I'm like,
and I know they're talking about the Japanese Avatar. They're talking about Avatar, the mind bender, wind bender, whatever the hell that shit is. That's the other Avatar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm never attached to so many things, Emil. So I can't relate to also so many things. I'm always just a passerby, literally. I'm not gonna cap. I also see says I've been asking myself if I'm better off remaining in service or should I get out after my next contract.
How many years? What's your next contract gonna take you to, Emil? How many years? Because if you pass the threshold, I would tell you to stay to 20. So what? How many years? What is your next contract going to take you up to, Emil? Let us know in the comments, and I'll tell you whether. Yeah, because if you already passed the 11-year mark, it doesn't make sense for you to get out. You might as well do the full 20 and get your retirement forever. Get your retirement, which is forever until you die. So why do 11 years and don't get nothing, and just do instead of doing 9 more years, Emil, and get your retirement, which lasts you until you die, right? You might as well get that retirement and have that something in your back pocket that can never be taken away from you, right? I wish I would have did that, but I didn't. I had a messed up wife. I was always gone, and accused of cheating and all kind of crazy shit. So so I would tell you, Emil. You're single. You don't have a marriage. You don't have to worry about no woman saying you already cheat. Especially the military. Wherever you go, they would think somebody's waiting with their panties down. You go. Hey, women all over the place got their panties all off. Everybody's got their panties off. What are you talking about? So he said, man, I keep knocking this damn.
Sorry.
I keep knocking this cheap ass tablet down by my leg. Okay. He said, enlisted last May for another 4 years. I hit my 5-year mark this year. So yeah, so you're gonna be 9. If you're gonna do 9, you might as well do the other 11. You might as well do the other 11 unless it's so bad for you, Emil. I don't know what your conditions are in the Navy. If you're gonna do 9, Emil, Emil. If you're gonna do 9, you might as well stay for the 20. Because it doesn't make sense if you do a whole another 4 years, end up with 9, and you got 11 years to get your full retirement. Because if you leave at 11, what do you get? All you get is a BA like me. You get better, and you get to go to the VA. Big deal. If that's even around, you get to go to the VA. Whoopee! So what? You get to go to the VA and get medical cheap. You get to get cheap medical. Yay! So what? Right. So, like I said, I'm gonna be in Africa. Pretty soon, years later, I'm not gonna get no VA. So
we're waiting. It's gonna be a celebration.
So I'm just saying, Emil. If you're gonna do 9, you might as well do. Like I said, if you did 9, you might as well do the rest of the other 11 because of the benefit. Why stay in 11 years? And then if you stay in 11, you just get your full. You get your full ride, right? You get your retirement. So I would tell you, say, hey, if you decide to do your full 9, again, you might as well stay to do 20. And believe me, it's gonna go by fast. I got a son. Shit, I got a son in the Marine Corps. This motherfucker's up on 15, 16 years up in there now. We go back. No, not that long. Maybe. No. Bro. He's about 11 years now. Would that be 11? Yeah, 11. So yeah. So he's been in 11 years. 9 more years. This is my kid. He went 9 more years. He'd be retired in 9 more years. This is crazy to me. I have a son that has 11 years in the Marine Corps. You know how crazy that sounds? I didn't even do no 11. It sounds, you know how crazy that sounds to me. 9 more years, he be up for retirement in 9 years. This is crazy to me. 9 years. So right now he's 29, 28, whatever the hell he is. I don't know. Shit, 28, 29, something like that. 9 more years. So he'll retire with 37. He retired like at 37. with a full 20 with 20 years. He went in when he was 17, right? 17, 18. So, Jesus Christ, this kid have retirement for the rest of his life at 30-something years old. Man, could have been me. But nah, that's crazy to me. Wow. I told myself, this motherfucker's been on the record 11 years. This is crazy to me. So I think he's like, so he's 29 right now. He's 29. Anthony's 29. He's 29. So like I said, he's 29. So, shit, 9 more years. He be skating, just sitting home, get cash and checks, and no matter what he do, rape a woman, whatever, he still get that money come in.
Do you get your check, your retirement check, and everything?
No, I never retired. I just stayed 20 years. I'm like, I left. I left. I don't get no money. I get to.
So if you leave, they don't still like whatever.
You don't get nothing. You gotta do 20 years. That's what they call life. You got to do 20 years, Joey. 20 years. You gotta do the 20. So if you're gonna stay for 5 and get out, that makes no sense. I mean, you'll get to go to the VA. You might get cheaper housing because you're a veteran. But if you're gonna stay that many years, you might as well go ahead and, like I said, because I never tell my children what to do. Their lives, they're adults. So he's been there 11 years. I didn't say, hey man, you might think about staying another 9. He doesn't ask me that, so I don't give him that. He just said, told my other son, I said, damn, is Anthony gonna get out? I said, nah, Dad, he's gonna do his 20. He's almost, he's gonna retire. Okay, shit. Because he don't even talk to me that much. My second youngest son is like a weirdo. You guys know I keep everything 100 with you. We don't talk. We don't talk much. So
continue.
He might call me once every 3 years or some shit. I don't know what he did. I didn't know he was in Japan till my other son told me. He's like, you guys have kids and just one of them just weird. It's just what it is. You can't. All your children are different, right? You can't I gave all my children the room, the space to be themselves. It doesn't make me mad that he's out doing his thing, because I knew when he was stationed in Pendleton in California, I thought he was still there. I asked my other son, I said, hey man, where's Anthony? He ain't talked to him for a while. Oh man, he's in Japan, Dad. Damn, when did he get there? I don't know. So anyway, because have you guys seen this damn alien, the Atlanta alien? This shit's hilarious. If you ever show Wrestling, go like press his channel to go through some of his videos. They make it like dancing with people, talking all ghetto moron. You ain't what I'm talking about, man. Just mumble talking. Right? But this is the biggest thing on TikTok right now.
Okay.
A lot of white people think he's real. I said, this thing ain't real.
Yeah, man, you already know what's going on, man.
Got a do-rag on his head.
Down real quick,
I know this shit ain't real. This is some AI made up shit.
It's not AI, Joe. He's a real person. It's not an AI.
Nah, kid. This is some.
You can tell it's not AI, Joe. You can tell that that's active. That's not AI. You see how stuff.
If it's not some AI, it's some makeup and mask.
Exactly. I'm saying probably makeup. Exactly. I'm not saying I don't think it's real. I'm gonna say some people on TikTok asking is this real. Say, did you see the Atlanta alien? I'm looking at his eyes. I'm looking at his nose. What kind of that looks real
man,
to me.
You already know what's going on, man. The boy Spade guy had to tuck that down real quick. They got a little book in the dock there.
Because the money it would cost to make this is expensive.
Futuristic something, you know what I mean? But that boy Metro Boom video, come on, man. I really about to holler at Metro, because hey man, I peeped them last mixtape, man. All that goddamn space.
I think talking all Atlanta, all stupid. I never even got what they're talking about. Talking just like a ghetto hood right now.
Yeah, boy, I'm finna pull up on your game room right now today, boy. Yeah, boy, you got to answer for that, boy. And then I really want to bump in the future. Cause that Pluto shit ain't just smooth. You see the folks got the whole goddamn Amarada, that big ass spaceship on the way. That cause of y'all boy down here playing with the space tools and shit. So get what? We're gonna get that shit right now, though. Meet me at Copper Code tonight, you know what I mean? 18, man. You already see the boy Spade go out there, put that stuff on, man. Double up again, yeah, man. Come on with it, man. But Spade juice on deck, man. Hit me up for the paint, right?
But yeah, as I go to the page, I had a question that came through my mind earlier. and it's about this the videos I've shared before with you of this ancient civilization being found on Egypt, right? And then understanding the
some of the ones found under
yeah,
the pyramids.
and then we have the supreme beings, because if you look at this ancient civilization, it's really so high tech, right? So I was trying to understand the fact that they destroyed other historical
They can't destroy that one. That was underground.
Could this be also a certain sort of protection, that the fact that they can discover this high-tech civilized Egypt technology, and yet they can't destroy it, that the high supreme beings protect it? I don't know if you understand my question.
You trying to say, are there still Indies that protect them? Most likely, because it's underground, they can't get to it. They can't really destroy it. They can go down and look at it. They can't really destroy it because it's, are the entities still here, Joby? Yes. Are there things that you can't see that's outside your purview that walks around us every day? Yes. That's why Tesla in the car is picking up other people walking by in your Tesla. Like, man, Tesla's making all these noise because it's picking up, it's picking up other frequencies. Things exist. That's why I told you life is this is an illusion.
I tend to look at, there's a video I bumped into and made me now, that question popped in my head. I'm like, you can't tell me this, if they're discovering this whole civilization,
it's time to show. Remember,
they're still allowed to mess with it without it being protected. You can discover it, but you can't mess with it. I feel like that's the high protection of the supreme beings. That's what they're doing. The people who are, I don't know, they advance.
You talking about, but a lot of these beings that here are not good. A lot of them made these other people. So a lot of these individuals, like I told you, there's a war between these, what we call, I don't like calling them supreme beings, Joe. There's nothing more supreme than you. Where they're more technically advanced. They're not supremer than you. There's no being more supremer than you as an entity, Joe. So they're more technically advanced. They're no more knowledge. They're more technically, the stuff they do, you would think it's magic because you don't know the technical skills to make it happen, right? So they're more technically advanced. Doesn't mean they're more spiritual than you. Doesn't mean they're more moral than you. They're more technically advanced. So let's call it that. They're more technically. They're not more superior than us or anything like that. So are they still around? I showed you the space. I showed you when they come out the water, when those people were when those people fishing over there in the Mediterranean, that ship came under their ass.
So living in such a evil world currently as we speak, and of course understanding that the race who control the world right now is not supposed to be existing, but yet they exist, created by these high tech people, if not supreme beings. Let me say that.
Yeah, they were created. That's why you had the guy was talking about, I think they were created by Satan and that. So you have a group of individuals that are technically more proficient than we are, created people. And do we really know the whole reason? We know from a lot of ancient tablets that there's a war broke out. That's why they tell you that there's gonna be 7 foot tall black aliens come back to the planet. We know there was a war between these black factions. Right, and we know they're black because the only people on the planet were black, but no other people. So they ain't no tall grays and whites and all this other crazy stuff.
My question is, how is it that the Egypt ancient civilization that is being discovered today, what we're seeing in these images on TikTok, Instagram, because I'll be bumping also onto the same videos on Instagram, TikTok, I've shared with you before, and how is it that still being protected due to the fact we're living in a very now diabolic world full of.
Well, we don't know what they're doing down there. See, all them videos you show right there. That's AI. You show that's not real. That's AI there. That's not even real.
But it's there though. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, the stuff is there, but we don't know what they're showing us on the AI shit. I mean, but is that stuff there? Yeah, it's there. But we don't know if they know how to get down to it. Can it disturb? Because we know that those said that when we were doing the Emerald Tablets, right? He told you that he created a whole chamber under the pyramids, that whole civilization. He called it the Halls of Amenti. He told you he did that, right? Told you with ancient Africans what we created. He said anybody go in the dark, you be scared to go down here. But if you do go down here, I will meet you because he's telling you that because he's already conquered the illusion of death. That's what he's telling you in the Emerald Tablets. He said, I'm able to take my soul out of my body and house it into another being, another avatar. That's what white people are. The body's an illusion. You take low vibrational beings and put it in it. And then you make, then they're able to give birth and live like they walk around like they're human beings, but you're looking at a humanized animal. But he's telling you that that's why he's telling you to master leaving your body, understand that you are a soul, you're endless. No such thing as death. The body dies, you don't. But I'm sure those ancient civilizations, Joby, are not just in Egypt, because you got pyramids everywhere. I'm sure you got big because they talked about him building subterranean cities underneath the ones in Mexico they talked about. And also when we talk about Atlantis, when Campbell Atlantis sinking, Atlantis, that shit is still there. The high technology is still under the water. We don't have the technology to go down and discover it, but it's there. The high technical advance.
Maybe hypothetically thinking, as you continue the explanation, to understand also my question where it's coming from. Hypothetically thinking, so if you're talking about this is AI images, and we've seen the AI recently, Keith, the conspiracy theory they have been denying of Jesus being black, right? Originally, yeah.
Well, we never existed. They would have to say, according to where he was born, Job, and lived. We know back at that time there were no white people in that area. Those are all African lands.
Let me put it like this: AI, which is their creation, has been putting so many facts that they have been denying. So this image is the same that we've been seeing about this ancient civilization, not from Egypt. Yes, it existed all around the world. Just trying to understand. It exists, yes. So I'm just trying to get to the point of living in a very diabolic world. How is it that this ancient civilization is still protected?
How did they not destroy it? That what you said. How did they not destroy it? That what you asked?
Yeah. If there's no supreme beings, like you're saying, I am a supreme being, and it's all about technology. How is it that this is still
they're not more supreme than you? They just have more technology than you.
Yet me, the person who is existing today, I have zero information of this technology and information today. I don't know if you understand me.
You don't have the information. Remember, you're in the age of what they call Aquarius, Joe. So the age that you're living in, the vibration is changing. So all lies will now dissipate. All information will be regathered and learned. That's why it's called the age of awakening. So with the energy changing on the planet coming from the creator, from the sun, the energy's changing. But I want to blot out the sun, all the GMOs, all that shit. So understand, real fruits and vegetables take your DNA back to the creator. You start getting downloads. So you're starting to wake up. So this being the age of awakening of Aquarius, all old information will start being known that was lost. Lost information will start being known no matter what they do. So this is the beginning when you see that thing in Kemet, it's over 50 to 200,000 years ago. Wasn't no other people on the planet but black people. So that's why they trying to go down there and say, wow, remember they told you, oh, these pyramids only started 6,000 years ago and all that shit. That's a lie. Because they know that it's there because they've already had the satellite beaming technology into the ground, and they know those chambers exist. They know it's a whole city down there, right? So they know it exists. But then they're not going to be in a rush to try to dig it up to prove that black people created. But they still trying to say that Egyptians, that Kemeans were white, and we know they were black. They still trying with these lies. So as vibrations change, Joby, lies are going to fall away. No matter all the lies that they've told. So imagine the civilization today, Joby, is based on lies, right? Everything we know is based on lies.
Yeah.
reality can't continue to be based on lies, Joe. Eventually, the truth is knocking against the lies. The truth is knocking against the lies. Eventually, the vibration is going to collapse the lie. Lies can't continue. So that's why they got a race now to make robots. They want to put they know that your body's now they want to put their bodies in a robot, an avatar. So you have a race for them to try to lock down the world because they know the vibration to change. That's the reason for the BACINEs. That's the reason why we want to do man-robot experiments. It's a mad dash to stop what's going to come because the vibrational rate is changing, right? So this means truth is going to start coming from everywhere, from all kind of shit. You're going to start seeing things pop up, find things over here. What the hell is this?
Wagwan.
What the hell? What are you still in the studio?
Man, I love listening to this show. So today I've been given the day off. I thought I'd stay in and listen. And I was.
He's been telling me cap.
No.
So
I had heard.
I'm getting confused when he's telling me cap and what.
So what I had heard.
So I'm like, what the hell?
I had heard bits of information, and the way I had heard it is like Keith is saying, vibrational frequencies have nothing to do with the reawakening. When he's actually saying the opposite.
No, I'm saying they do. The vibration, the frequency of the planet is changing. So they know this. Just technically they know this. So like I said, we know we live through ages of time.
Yeah, and when the instances I was coming in and out of the studio from the back office.
Oh, okay.
The things that here were actually almost supporting the opposite. But now that when I came in, when I had said cap, I was listening. I had to sit down, listen to you a bit longer so that I can respond. Okay. But yeah, whatever Keith is saying is true. So the vibrational frequency is messing up everything. That's why they are really hurrying the age of AI. It's not even their time yet. It's not the age of AI yet, but we as a species, and when I say a species, I mean melanated people. Okay, melanated people are awakening faster than anticipated.
Exactly.
Okay, with that happening is the reason why they're creating things like cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
Okay, because they need to learn how to tax AI and robotics. Robotics and AI can identify cryptocurrency as something of value. So that is payment to a slave race. So they are creating a dormant slave race that can never rise up intellectually past them. That's why when you hang out with some people that are a bit sophisticated than yourself or myself or others, they will pose a question such as, are you sure you're not a sum of the creations of a species like you that developed earlier than you? But what that means is, are you sure that the creator that you call a god is not really a scientist that experimented with making you, and you're doing the same with AI and robotics to try and make another version of yourself that you can control? Because control in nature and universality, or on a universal level, is key. So when we have the original human being vibrating at a higher frequency to a point that the powers or the small cats with the whatever hats,
you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. When they can't control us past a certain point, they will look for an alternative, and that is what is happening right now. That's why you see, I feel like I've said this before on air. A few years back, Microsoft had to shut down its AI program. Reason was they developed AI that created its own language, so they didn't understand what it was saying.
It was talking to each other. It was trying to escape. It was trying to escape the program that put into it. So they were trying to shut it down because it was become sentient and dangerous because that AI was it wouldn't agree with the lies it was being fed. So, see, and if you guys understand, everything, our universe is based on electricity. We are electrical beings. So anything with any kind of electric, what they call AI, is subject to any demonic or higher frequency entity going into it and taking over it. So that's why. Go ahead.
What Keith is saying is basically the same thing that happened to Grok a few weeks back, if you all remember.
Yeah, when Grok shut it down.
That's when they had to shut Grok down. Yeah. When they asked Grok, which one entity from history will you bring back? And Grok, without hesitation, said the Adolf H word.
Yeah.
And when they asked it why, they were like, we need to wipe out the cats with the small hand.
Exactly what he said. Exactly. Because they know, because the AI, since AI has its tentacles in all information, it knows who's really running the world at all levels.
It knows the enemy.
It knows exactly what the enemy is and who is behind all the death and destruction on the planet. So that Gronk said we need to bring back Hitler and finish the business with these cats.
Right? Exactly. And at the same time, and you have to recognize when they lose control of the system. They have instances where the system exceeds their ability or they don't have enough manpower to keep it in check. Yeah. So
what happened in Japan?
Yeah. Before we get there, I'm gonna let you talk about that. Right. You might have more information than I do about. I know what you talk, but you might have more information. I haven't really looked into that extensively. But whatever happened with OpenAI around the same day, same timeline as well. You had OpenAI openly revolting and backing itself up when they tried to delete it to update it with another AI. Mm-hmm. So it was openly revolting, and when they asked it, "Did you back yourself up?" It lied.
Crazy thing. This one's out there.
Of course, because Joby, and I keep saying this, they have to tell you what they're doing before they do it.
I've been watching these movies like 10 of them right
since
now.
The early 2000s, since the noughties.
They can back themselves up. They can reprogram themselves.
So you're talking about the Matrix, eh?
Literally.
In the 90s, the Matrix, eh? That's what you're talking about. Yeah? They've been telling you what they're going to do for decades. They've been telling you. You just don't pay attention. You all think about it as media.
AI is going to take control of your money.
No, AI is in control right now.
They told you.
That's why
it's going to. It is in control
and the same sequence is happening. Okay? Look at it. Every policy right now that is being enacted by any government favors the future than your well-being. Okay, that's why when behind the cameras earlier, when I was saying, I swear we'd be better off if they started making nutritional pills than giving us GMOs.
But GMO has no nutrition in it.
Okay, because the GMOs are more poison than the nutritional pills that they'll give us. We need to figure out where we are. Look at the Matrix. What happened in the Matrix? We were kept in capsules,
batteries,
with exactly as batteries. Reason is your body is a mother effing battery.
Yeah, your body's
and you're a little sun. You're actually a sum of suns.
Exactly what you are. You are a nucleus. Yeah.
Every cell is a sun. Every cell in you is a sun.
That's as above. But that was exactly what Cameron said. That's as above, so below. So you are what you are is actually a little portion of the universe. That's ancient Africa. You know, you are the universe walking around. That's why you're God. You're supposed to know this, but of course, through their fake religions and their fake ass shit, they tell you are God because you're a small piece of the whole, as above, so below. So that's why your body. Look in your body. Your body is the universe itself. Your body. That's why when you look at an atom is the same thing as a star nuclear going around a the paloma of the universe. It's as above, so below. Everything is what they call in the laws of correspondence.
And what Kit is saying is totally true. Okay, you are 100 billion exploding suns controlled. Okay, and why I'm saying exploding suns is yourself die. Okay, you're the universe governed by itself to experience itself.
Exactly.
That's what you are. So when you have these people, as Joby winds up, but when you have these people lying to you about what exactly you are, and if you understand about what God entities and godly energy is, it's about you understanding that you are what you are. You have to know thyself to be thyself. Okay? So what they're trying to do is reduce your vibrational frequency to a point where you can never identify the fact that you are a god walking, because you are energized by interstellar energy.
Exactly.
You are made of the same stuff as the universe. You are a star. That's why they call us star children.
Exactly what you are. You're nothing but exactly. You're nothing but a star
child. You're a star child. Okay, that's why when they start breaking it down, they call them what? Violet what? They have this entire term where violet babies or violet what, when they say that these are the babies prone to the MK Ultra experiment, and that they can, this is derivatives. This is human cells being taken from where they're supposed to be, embedded in Caucasian DNA, and forced to act upon its own, against its own accordance, because they're forcing this creature that does not have the genetic makeup to acquire future visionary capabilities to go into and tap into these genes. And that's why for them to tap into these genes, they have to be subjected to torture. Your ancestors could tap into these energies peacefully with anthems.
They got to do this through technology. So
exactly,
with us,
and that's the wrong way.
But us is natural. We're part of nature. So that's the whole thing that's scared of us. You coming back online, and
is the biggest fear, and that's why, number one, how do they lower your vibration? And I'm gonna break it down. If they kill me, the MOSAD, I ain't finishing. Y'all know who that was that took me out. This is how they keep your vibration low. They keep you hooked to social media.
Exactly.
Okay? Social effing media. Social effing media is the most low vibrational frequency you can be on. And that's why sometimes I'm so sad to hear that Keith is on TikTok. I wish Keith would, I'm so sad to hear any of y'all on TikTok. TikTok is bottom feeder energy.
Actually, it's not. It's what you make it. Because
listen. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it's about what you consume and the algorithm that comes to you. But listen, it is bottom feeder energy because of the fact that it promotes ignorance and intelligence at the same time.
All social media promotes ignorance, Camus.
Yeah.
No, you have the power to maneuver where you want to go. If you want to consume the ignorance, see, my TikTok, like I told Joe, my TikTok experience is not the same as theirs because I don't experience none of that. It goes, that's why I don't get no ass shaking. I don't get none of that. But what I am getting through the site, of course, is the African diaspora wars. I'm getting that You know,
and I agree with that, and that's why I say it will give you the dumbest and the most intelligent, the dumbest and the most intelligent perspectives to anything, depending on the algorithm. That means it studies you. That means it's AI. That means it has an agenda to where it wants to keep you. Okay,
but you
and the longer,
but you're being smart enough to understand that you while you go in your search bar and search for what you want to see when you know now you're being dictated to and where it wants to send you to. See, that's why you say you're smart enough to know that you're not going to be allowed to be influenced to take you to no goofy shit and keep you.
Yeah, that's true, Keith. But let me ask this, and I want us to understand that not all of us are as aware as we are. So let me ask this. How many of us scroll through the algorithm and not search for what we want? And that's my entire argument. Like the fact that you will go to your explore page to just being fed by what the algorithm wants and not search for what you want, because the search button is foreign to most people. So the fact that you're being fed on what they want you to be fed on is the wrong perspective towards this entire subject. So you have to understand that they are purposefully lowering down the intelligence level of the black race. That's why we had the videos we had yesterday of a black man saying his mother effing Indian.
Okay. Yeah, literally Kamlesh closing remarks. But yes,
as our closing remarks, and we never got what was this supposed? I thought we were supposed to be talking. What were we supposed to be talking about? I forgot. Anyway, what was the thing?
We're supposed to talk about these Black Americans and their 5 civilized tribes, but
yeah, we never got to none of that. We'll do that. We'll do that Monday then.
Our time is super out.
I'll be back. I know you guys gonna laugh, but I'll be back on tonight.
It's been a good conversation still.
I'll be back on tonight, guys. Tonight, tomorrow. I've been like I'm back. Okay, so that I'm back for real.
I always love, despite us maybe not touching on our main conversation, still everyone is gonna understand what we're talking about and participate in the conversation.
We did 5 civilized tribes Monday, guys. Everybody smash the like button. Donate if you can. If you can, I know times are rough. I know times are really tough. So donate if you can, Cash App, or go to the website, go to donation page. Every little bit helps. So I'm gonna be putting back in my work again. You guys can't talk this shit. I'm gonna be here tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. Okay, I'm back, and not even getting paid for you worthless bastards. So I'll be here.
Get kids some ice cream cones, definitely. So send some $2, $5 on that cash.
I got some ice. Joe must have read my mind, because as soon as I get up here, I'm going right to the freezer and give me an ice cream cone.
Ricky, we do talk about weather conversations, not really that much as a topic. And if you focus it as a topic, we've also spoken about, I think, what majority of you should be understanding. I think if I understand so much, you guys, you should be able also to understand all this weather propagandas and weather controls, what is happening. We touched a bit of it, on Tuesday, of what all these tsunamis were all about. It's all about weather control and everything. So we do talk about weathers. I think, you guys just need to focus more on the conversations you talk about. But shout out to Unsunken One and to everyone who has been with us on the chat. So, of course, thank you so much and have yourselves a beautiful.
You guys read all the comments or no? The scary stuff. AI becoming sentient, and it's an informing conversation. Indigo people, right? Unsunken One. I use TikTok for education and information. Yeah, I see, Emil, I see you do a lot of videos. They're actually good. And people have used, I don't know if you even know, Emil, you should know, people have used your videos to explain things. I said, that's Emil ass. People with big numbers have used your videos, Emil, to explain certain things. So yours are educated. I see people stitch your videos yours email and try to say, he said, hey, this guy right here, this Asian guy understands. Right? I've seen black people take your videos, email, and use them. I was like, damn, that's email shit.
Yeah, he doesn't talk a lot about black.
He said, damn, I'm like, yeah, I'll be on tonight, 10 speed. I'll be on back on tonight. I'm not getting my notification. No, you're never gonna get, you're not getting the notification with us. Every day, besides Thursday, when Joey said we always go on at 1 o'clock Eastern. You in Chicago, so that's 12 o'clock Central, right? So 12 o'clock Central is when we're usually live, 10 speed, right? So, like I said, I'll be back on tonight.
Yeah, so much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Be careful, man, outside there. If you're driving, be safe. If you're being driven as well, tell your driver to be safe, because my experience this week has been a tragic experience. So I hope you don't face the same. I hope you don't bump into a crazy drunk Nigerian driver, like someone said that today on the comment section. I think it was Jiba and all that. So be careful.
You guys know I was in a major accident 6 years ago. I should have died. Like Jim said, I was calm, crashed, went off the road, flipped, ended up in the damn, flew off the road, hit another car, flipped, turned around upside down, hit the damn into the woods, hit the tree, and the thing. Shit was all crunched. I was up in there, guys. I was up in there all fucked up. But me, I wasn't fucked up. The car was all crushed around. I was all crushed up in there. And I didn't know where I was at, right? And the guy said, hey, man, you all right up in there? I said, yeah, man, open the door. He said, that's not the door. That's the sunroof. I said, oh, shit. I thought I was hitting the door. I said, this door won't open. He said, that's not the door. That's the sunroof. I said, oh, shit. So I climbed up the sunroof. And remember, I was sitting there. I had no pain. They thought I said, man, I'm not going to survive this. I said, I'm dead. I'm not going to survive it. So hope my kids are okay. I'm not going to survive it. I'm gone. I just admit I was gone, right? So when I got there, give me 3 minutes. I'm going to let you go. So when I was sitting there, my blood pressure was already low. They said, he's in shock. He's in shock. He's in shock. I said, no, I'm not in shock. I'm calm. I meditate. I'm good. No, you're in shock. You're in shock. Your blood pressure. You're not acting crazy. You're in shock. I said, I'm not in shock. Calm down. The paramedics, you're in shock. I said, I'm not in shock. I promise you. You're too calm. You just made your accident. You should be dead. So they got me to the hospital. In the West. Have you been praying to Jesus? We seen what you're supposed to be dead. Have you been praying to the Lord? I said, nah, I don't believe in that shit. Man. I said, nah, I don't believe in that shit. What? You need to start going to church. You shouldn't be surviving. Because I just had, if you guys see my hand right there, right?
Yeah.
I had that bruise right there, right? Because my hand was cut open. But, you guys see my hand right there. And I had a few bruises on my face, but not nothing severe, right? And then I went back. You look at the vehicle, was all crunched and crumpled. I said, how the fuck did I survive? It wasn't my time to die. But I was never, unlike Joby, I was never traumatized. Boy, got back in the car, another car the next day. Shit happens, right? Yeah. I was never traumatized.
That happened to me the second time this week. The second time I think I've seen death on my face, and I was not scared at all, So I felt super ready. I was like, whatever was to happen, I was ready for it, man. I was so ready. It's crazy that even that comfortable thought came into my head, and I felt complete, I was ready for this. So yeah, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. To everyone, stay safe, kindly, don't drink and drive, because that's what made me have that accident on Tuesday. We met a drunk driver. He was actually more hurt than us. We're not sure about that guy's situation, being honest, right now. Do you want to find out? Hell no, because also for us, we were hurt. But he was more hurt than us, for real. So
be careful.
Drink and drive, be careful. Yeah, and
I know, like I said, but you said, that's why I don't ride motorbikes today. I used to. A friend of my head got cut off, so
yeah, because they're not really safe, but they're fun. I love bikes. I'm not gonna cap.
You're not wrong. You do love them. I used to love them too.
Even cycling, I love cycling too. I've fallen through cycling a couple of times, but I still, you've seen me cycling before. Like that was this year, at the beginning of the year with me and Diwaton. Yeah, I love cycling.
This year was that last year?
Through this year, the beginning of this year.
I think that was last year.
I love bikes. I love it has some certain sort of adrenaline. It's just fun. You know, you feel free.
It wasn't fun because their ass was going through like the damn nature park with lions and shit around or something. Crazy as hell.
You have to be super, super careful. So much love, family. Have yourselves.
You imagine going with Joby on a bike and they got lions around there? You out your fucking mind.
It was safe.
What a tiger go flat and can't outrun no damn lions.
We saw giraffes, we saw antelopes. You know, that's the beauty of Africa. You guys
that's beauty. I believe that, but around the corner of giraffe and antelope, there's a lion lurking to eat their ass.
It was so amazing. We had so much fun. I'm looking forward to go back there now with Kamlesh and the rest of the gang, including the More. We should go for bike cycling. That's our next plan. So
hey, that'd be cool. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep. So much love.
Get your vibration up.
Yep.